Weather portion of Ag Week now. As the calendar turns past the summer solstice into the last part of June, we're finally starting to get a little more typical of a summery weather pattern. One thing we'll say looking back, June weather overall, northern plains, Midwest, Corn Belt, slightly warmer than average. Storms have gradually caught up. The spring was dry, but we're filling in the holes because the month has been a little warmer than average. That has caused more evaporation, so there still are some dry pockets out there, but fortunately so far there have been a couple of days getting up to around the 90s, but really serious heat waves have not happened yet. There's going to be a little bit of that in the Corn Belt this week, but again, even there, it's going to come and go. Some of this as far north as Illinois, Indiana will be in the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees, but it won't stay that long. Warm temperatures will start building up to the Pacific Northwest and Western Canada toward the end of the week, and that may last into next week. Jet stream beginning to show a little bit of ridging out there, but it's not going to be manifesting in really extreme heat, at least not yet, into the northern plains. Next week, again, watch as those temperatures start to get pretty warm out along the west coast and especially in the interior areas. Northern plains, upper Midwest, mostly just a little above average overall. Showers moving out of the area this weekend. They'll subside down in through the parts of the Corn Belt. A little subtropical moisture coming northward. That's fairly typical for this time of year. The storms will be scattered, but next week a little drier than this past week has been. But as we move on into the second week of the precipitation forecast, again, we're seeing at least areas of precipitation here from time to time. Most of the west coast will be fairly dry and fairly warm, but I just don't see any really serious heat moving into the northern plains or the upper Midwest. A little warmer than average, maybe a little drier than some want, but as we keep the main heat away, crops will be fine.